Hello students, welcome back. My name is Jessisha Jayarajan. In this video, you will be learning about work and power with some examples. You will also learn units of work and power and the difference between work and power. So let's start. Look at this image. Is this girl doing any work? Yes, of course, she is reading a book. What about this man? What is he doing? He's thinking of buying a house. Here, this boy is watching something in his desktop. And here, this girl is trying very hard to move this big box but unable to move. So, in all these four examples, they are doing some work. But in terms of physics, all four of them have done no work. Now, you'll think in for all four examples they are doing work, then why I am saying no work is done? You will get answer for this question very soon. Look at this boy pushing this box. He had applied enough force to move this box. So there was displacement of the box. This boy has done work because in terms of physics, work is said to be done only if applied force cause any displacement. Here, this boy have displaced this box from one point to another, so work was done because of the applied force. Since in all these examples, there is no displacement, so no work was done in all these four examples. So, the amount of work done by a force depends on two factors, that is, the force applied and the displacement. So, the expression for work done is work is equals to force into displacement, where force is denoted as F and displacement as capital S. So, work is equals to F multiplied by S. Now look at this man trying to pull this ice slab. Here the force is in this direction shown by the arrow and displacement is in this direction, that is towards the left. So there is some angle between force and displacement direction. Let the angle be theta. So now here the work done is given by work is equals to force into displacement into cos of angle between force and displacement vector. So it will be W is equals to Fs cos theta, where theta is the angle between force and displacement vector. Force and displacement are both vector quantities and work, which is equal to Fs cos theta, is dot product of force and displacement. According to vector algebra, dot product of two vector is a scalar. So, work is a scalar quantity. So, from the expression W is equals to Fs cos theta, we can say factors on which amount of work depends are the magnitude of the force applied, second, the displacement produced by the force, and third, the angle between force and displacement. Now, in this example that we saw earlier, force was applied in this direction and displacement was also in the same direction. So, here you can see force and displacement vector are parallel to each other. That is, theta is equals to 0 degree and we know cos 0 is equals to 1. Hence, W is equals to force into displacement, that is the F into S into cos 0. So, cos 0 is 1, therefore W is equals to F into S. Since direction of force and displacement are same, work done is positive. Let's move to another example. Here you can see this car moves in a circular path and completes one revolution. We know that displacement is the shortest path between final and initial point. Here, for a circular path, if car completes one revolution, the initial and final position are same. So displacement is 0. Since work is product of force and displacement, when displacement is 0, work is also 0. Now, in this example, a man lifts a box from ground to a height against gravitational force. If the mass of box is m and the height through which box is lifted is taken as h, then F is equals to mass into acceleration due to gravity, that is mg, and displacement is equals to height h, since the body is displaced through a distance h. So work done is equals to force into displacement, that is mg into h. Let's move to next example. Here this man is walking on a horizontal ground carrying some books on his hand. The man holds the book at same height while moving from one place to other. Two forces are acting on this book. One, the force man is exerting on the book to hold the book at that height, and second, the force of gravity that is acting vertically downwards. But the force applied by hands of man is in upward direction and displacement is towards right, that is towards east. Hence, angle between force exerted by man's hand and displacement is 90 degree. You know, cos of 90 is equals to 0. So, work is equals to force into displacement into cos 90, and since cos 90 is 0, work is also equals to 0. So no work is done by the man on the book while carrying those books from one place to another. Similarly, force of gravity is acting vertically downward and displacement is towards right. So angle between force of gravity and displacement is 90 degree. Therefore, no work is done on book by the force of gravity or against the force of gravity. But here one force is acting. While moving, the man does work against the force of friction. So work is done by the man against the force of friction. Let's move further. Here moon revolves around the earth in a circular path. Force acting on moon is the centripetal force towards center along the radius, and displacement is along the direction of velocity vector, which is tangential to the circular path at each point. We know radius and tangent are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, angle between centripetal force and the displacement is 90 degree. So here also angle between force and displacement is 90 degree. So cos 90 is equals to 0. Hence work done is equals to 0. Therefore, when any body moves in a circular path, work done will be equals to 0. It is for this reason that in a circular path, the kinetic energy and hence the speed of body does not change, although a force acts on the body. Here, in the next example, a book is kept on a table. If a force is applied in this direction, the book will move along the direction of force. Your work done by applied force is W is equals to F into S, since angle between applied force and displacement is 0 degree. But the force of friction is also acting between the book's lower surface and the top of the table. This force of friction is in opposite direction to the direction of the displacement. So you can see angle between force of friction and displacement is 180 degree, and you know cos of 180 is equals to minus 1. So work done is equals to F into S into cos 180, which is equals to minus F multiplied by S. So work done by force of friction is negative. Also, in this example, the girl hits the ball such that ball moves vertically upwards. Here, force acting on ball is due to force of gravity vertically downwards, while displacement of ball is upward. So, angle between force of gravity and displacement is 180 degree. Hence, work done by force of gravity is negative, that is W is equals to minus mgh. But work done by force applied by girl's hand is positive, since force and displacement in that case is along same direction, that is upwards. Thus we can conclude, when force and displacement are in same direction and angle between them is 0, work done is positive. That is, work is equals to force into displacement. While when angle between force and displacement is 90 degree, work done is 0. When a body moves in a circular path, work done is 0. And when force and displacement are in opposite direction, work done is negative. So what are the conditions for the work done by a force to be 0? So first, when there is no displacement, that is S is equals to 0, then no work is done. And second, when the displacement is normal to the direction of force, that is the angle between force and displacement vector is 90 degree, then no work is said to be done. Now let's calculate work done by the force of gravity on a body. When a boy kicks a ball from the top of a slide in a park which is at a height h to the ground like this, or if the boy slides the ball along the slide from the same height h like this. In both cases, work done by the force of gravity on the ball of mass m in moving down through a vertical height h, either directly or through an inclined plane, is given by W is equals to Fs, where F is equals to mass into acceleration due to gravity mg and S is equals to h. So W is equals to mgh. Work is positive in this case, since force of gravity and displacement of ball both are acting in the same direction, that is vertically downwards. If the same body goes up through same vertical height h, then the work done by force of gravity will be negative, that is W is equals to minus mgh. Since force and displacement are in opposite direction, the work done is negative. Units of work. SI unit of work is joules, abbreviated as capital J. Now you know work is equals to force into displacement. So 1 joule is equals to 1 Newton into 1 meter. So definition of 1 joule is 1 joule of work is said to be done when a force of 1 Newton displaces a body through a distance of 1 meter in its own direction. Bigger units of work are kilojoule, which is equal to 10 raised to 3 joules, megajoule, which is equals to 10 raised to 6 joules, and gigajoules, which is equals to 10 raised to 9 joules. CGS unit of work is 1 erg, and 1 erg is equals to 1 dyne into 1 centimeter. So definition of 1 erg is 1 erg of work is said to be done when a force of 1 dyne displaces a body through a distance of 1 centimeter in its own direction. Now relation between joule and ergs. 1 joule is equals to 1 Newton into 1 meter, and you know 1 Newton is equals to 10 raised to 5 dynes and 1 meter equals to 100 centimeter, that is 10 raised to 2 centimeter. So substituting this value, we'll get 1 joule is equals to 10 raised to 5 dyne multiplied by 10 raised to 2 centimeter, which is equals to 10 raised to 7 dyne multiplied by centimeter, which is equals to 10 raised to 7 ergs, because dyne multiplied by centimeter is equals to ergs. So 1 joule is equals to 10 raised to 7 erg. Now let's move to power. The power spent by a force is measured as the amount of work done by the source in 1 second. So power can be defined as the rate of doing work. Power is a scalar quantity. From definition, we can say power depends on two factors. First, the amount of work done by the source, and second, the time taken by the source to do the said work. So expression of power is equals to work done upon time, which is equals to W upon T. But we know work is equals to force into displacement, that is F into S. So substituting this value of work in the equation of power, we get power equals to force into displacement upon time. Now displacement upon time is equals to velocity, that is average speed. So we can substitute the value of displacement upon time equals to V in this equation. So we'll get power is equals to force into velocity. So this is the relation between power, force and velocity. Now unit of power. SI unit of power is watts. It is abbreviated as capital W. If 1 joule of work is done in 1 second, the power is said to be 1 watts. Bigger unit of power are kilowatt, which is equals to 10 raised to 3 watts, megawatt, which is equals to 10 raised to 6 watt, and gigawatt, which is equals to 10 raised to 9 watt. Smaller unit of power are milliwatts, and which is equals to 10 raised to minus 3 watts, and microwatt, which is equals to 10 raised to minus 6 watts. CGS unit of power is erg per second. So 1 watt is equals to 1 joule per second, that is equals to 10 raised to 7 ergs per second, because 1 joule is equals to 10 raised to 7 erg. Horsepower is another unit of power largely used in mechanical energy. 1 horsepower is equals to 746 watt, which is equals to 0.746 kilowatts. Difference between work and power. First point are the definition of work and power. So first point, for work done by a force is equal to the product of force and displacement in the direction of the force. And the power, the definition is power of source is the rate of doing work by it. Second point, the work done does not depend on time, whereas power spent depends on the time in which work is done. And the third point, SI unit of work is joules, whereas SI unit of power is watts. So that's all for this video. In the upcoming video, you will be learning about energy, different types of energy, and principle of conservation of energy. Thank you.